Good evening, good morning, and good afternoon to everybody. We are live here at Circuit de Villeneuve for the ARL TV V8 Supercar Championship Round 5. With me in the commentary box today is Mr. Brett Spicer. How are you today, mate?
I'm good, Luke, yourself. Hello to all the viewers out there. Hopefully we're going to have an exciting race today. Very close race last week. Just finishing qualifying up now, and we'll see how the grid's going to go.
Yeah, currently we've got Tobias Cerny on top. He's been in a bit of form lately, having some good results. Followed by LJ Garnett and Kurt Stenberg, Mark Worthington, and Ian McPherson rounding out the top five. There's about a minute 20 left in the session, so we'll go through the track guide. So the weather today, partly cloudy, wind speed 19 k's, humidity 52, air temp 29 degrees, nice comfortable racing temperatures. Track length 4 k's, and we're going to do 37 laps around here today, so I believe there will still be a fuel stop, possibly. I haven't done any laps this week, so I'm not 100% sure. What I remember, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, it'll be very interesting to see if anyone opts to fuel save today. Again, I'm not sure if it's possible that it can be done, but it's always good to watch these races and see the strategies unfold.
Yeah, my money's always on Tobias with those strategies, as we've seen in the last couple of races. He comes up with some pretty good strategies, so we'll see how we go. I'll just run through our sponsors for this evening. And we have GT Omega Racing for all your sim racing needs. And Leo Bodner, good for all your mods for your pedals and brake pedal mods, etc. Sim Garage, another great sponsor. And also, as always, you can follow us at Twitter and on our Facebook. So just rounding up the last couple of cars now, finishing off their hot laps. Doesn't look like too much has changed up the front, but we'll wait and see once these last couple of cars finish, and we'll run through the order.
Yeah, just a couple of last cars just on their last flying lap, hopefully crossing a line very shortly. No changes at the top of the order. Seems to be lower order side of stuff. People putting in a lap finally. Alright, just quickly for your regular viewers out there, Mark Noble is not in the commentary box tonight. He's having net troubles, so that's what I'm doing here.
Yes, and we've also like to shout out to Alex Simpson, who's competing in the F1 Pro Championship races, I think this evening as well. Hence the reason why he's unwillingly or willingly, whichever way you look at it, given me the reins to take over the broadcast tonight, and hopefully we have a good race. Still a couple of cars out finishing. I can see one of the ANZ boys just coming around now. It's Clayton Brooks. Looks like he might be on one of his. Oh no, that's it. It's cut his lap off.
No, it didn't look like he improved at all on that last lap.
So we'll just run through the grid. Tobias Cerny qualifies first with a 138.1. LJ Garnett at 139.2. Kurt Stenberg in third. In four. Ian McPherson in five. Perkins in sixth. Dean Prescott in seventh. Harold in 10th. Very interesting track, this one. Nice and narrow, no room for error at all. The marshals every single time at this track seem to be very tight. If you cut a little bit of curve, you will get a slowdown, especially that last chicane is a big one to watch out for.
Definitely, most of the time it seems to be that you get just two wheels over the curb and the other two are still on the track, and you will still get something for it.
Revs rising now.
Green flag.
And they're underway. Looks like a fairly clean start now as all the cars get off the grid. And looks like a very clean start, not much biffing and barging as we're used to seeing. Look back in the pack here, looks like a few moves. Jamie up the inside there. All got through nice and clean first couple of corners.
A couple of cars with a little bit of scrapes and dents here and there, but otherwise a very nice start to round 6 of the championship.
Yeah, out in front we've got Garnett, followed by Tobias as they come through the first of the tricky chicanes. Oh, a little bit cut track there. Coming as very difficult hairpin, very hard on the brakes. You've got to get a good exit out of here to get a nice run out down this back straight. A lot of opportunity for drafting if you can get a good run on the car in front.
Definitely, and then you've got the hard stop at the end of the straight. Make sure that you make the curves nicely and avoid that nasty wall on the right hand side leading onto the front straight.
Yeah, these curves have a lot of kick in them as they come through now. Loving the two-wheel action, always good sight down there. Just having a look at Garnett now. He's maintaining that lead. Tobias holding his tail. That section, Tobias taking a lot of curve there. He's pushing the limits, but testing the officials, seeing if they're awake. But doesn't look like any sign of a slowdown yet.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see in these first few laps what kind of strategy they're going to run. Obviously, if they're going to push the car, they're going to try for fuel, maybe tyres.
Yeah, I would say with some strategies depends. We saw last week that taking tyres too early in the stint seems to hurt the car a lot, depending on how you drive it. But a lot of the quicker guys still pitted early, but we'll see how they go this time around. But as I said, my money's on Tobias. If it is a pit strategy and there's a bit of thinking involved, he seems to always get the edge on a lot of the boys, but he's running fairly well at the moment. Top 3 there's no change at the moment, so we'll have a look through as they come through to complete lap 3. We got Garnett in first, Tobias Ernie in second, Kurt Stenberg in third, Warmington in fourth, Ian McPherson in fifth, Dean Prescott in sixth, Lance Perkins in 7th, Clayton Brooks in 8th, Isaac Figueroa in 9, and Shane Betts rounding out the top 10.
Just looking on Garnett's car on his right side, it seems that he's scraped the wall, or I don't know if he's had a touch with Tobias somewhere, but there's a little bit of paint missing on his right side.
Yeah, he's been getting very close to that outside wall on a few of those chicanes, but doesn't seem to be infecting his pace too much. But Tobias really putting the pressure on now as they come through another set of SSC.
Well, Tobias is the informed man here. He's got a point to prove. He wants to get out front early. The other race winners from the other rounds are not here tonight, so he's the only one actually racing that's tasted victory in this season so far.
Yeah, Tobias currently leading the championship on 376 points, and Kurt Stenberg's in second, Jared Fizzle in third in the championship, so very close up the top pointy end of it, and definitely a good position here with a few of the top boys not racing tonight will definitely help his chances.
Yeah, and the most important thing is that second spot, Kurt, he's 77 points behind. It's almost one whole round away.
Yeah, field's starting to spread out. This top three have broken away a bit. There's another pack of three there, and then two, and then pretty much fair gap back to the rest of the chasing pack. Oh, it looks like Jamie Peters there just got a cut track as he came through the final chicane. He's pulled over, so
Yeah, you want to try and avoid that. It's just going to damage your race too much if you do it too many times, especially if you're in a type racing group. You could easily lose 3 or 4 spots just in that one incident.
yeah, this battle up front really heating up. It's Kurt Stenberg closing in on the back of the leading two and making it a 3-car battle, so a little mistake by any of these guys. As Tobias down to the front, inside move down into here. Oh, squeeze him out, he's run wide, both cut track. Oh, this will be excellent from Stenberg, could come through here. And Stenberg away with those two getting a cut track, this puts some nice gap to the leader here.
Yeah, and Tobias there, he's taking the inside line. He had to go slower, so Kurt's obviously turned in and he's going a little bit faster and just tapped him.
Yeah, just having a look at a replay now, and yeah, he just got it all wrong coming through there. And back to live pictures now. Looks like a move. No, he's pulled out just behind them there. Tobias looking to get that position back. Coming into corner one, he's got the outside line, but then he'll have the inside for the switchback, but he's already made the move to the underside.
Yeah, whoever point to prove now, he'll want to get back on the pace. He'll want to get back up the front after that just horror way to start the race, really. Could have been worse at least.
Yeah, a bit of a gap opening up now, about nearly 2 seconds back to Garnett. Kurt Stenberg out in front, Tobias back up into third now, but he's 3 seconds off the pace, so we'll just have a look back through the field here, and this battle at the front now is spread out a bit. So.
Yeah, we've got a 3-pack battle between Jamie Eaton, we've got Jamie Peters, and Nils Jordan is leading the train.
Yeah, Jamie with a bit of damage there by the look of it. Did have that cut track before. He's got the 2 Redback Racing boys leading him, so nice little mid-pack battle there.
Interesting thing about Jamie's car, he's got damage on the front and the rear, so he might have been sandwiched somewhere at some point. These guys already about 20 seconds off the pace on lap 5.
Yeah, it looks like the mid-pack now is starting to create a few little battles here and there, but the top bloke still gun it with a 2.1 seconds behind the leader Stenberg, so Tobias is closing that gap up. He's about 0.6 behind second place. Weehan Chan has had something go wrong on the timing he's showing these a lap down. Also Dale Niche 2 laps down. I'm not sure if he started the race though. I do remember seeing on the forums that someone was saying they weren't going to possibly race just to see how they felt. Apparently there was a bit of sickness going around in the field this week, so... Oh, as Jamie looks up the inside here. And gets the move done.
Very nice, obviously wanting to make up some spots after that cut track.
Just having a look on the replay now as he comes through. Nice move up the inside there, nice and clean. So obviously that damage on his car isn't affecting it too much. And we're back to live pictures again. Let's go back and have a look at the gap up the front here. Well, it looks like Tobias is closed right in on third place. You know, a lot of pressure into the first corner here. It's hard with these two cars, but their liveries are almost the same colour.
Yes, sometimes when they're painting these cars, I don't really think about people that are going to be watching the race.
Yes, especially commentators in the box for the first time without their overlay, without their normal iRacing in-game overlay, should I say.
Yeah, sometimes you've got to wait and see what name it says on the front of the car on the spoiler.
Yeah, definitely. And Stenberg now has extended his... Well, not really. It looks like he's extended it, but it's still only about 2 seconds or 1.8 seconds there, so...
Nice and healthy lead at the moment. He's going to keep a little bit of pressure off on him, but if he makes one mistake, they'll be on him in a heartbeat.
Yeah, so just got up on screen now the gains and losses for these front three. So Kurt's gained 2 spots at the moment, and Garnett is where he started, and Tobias is down 2 spots from his starting position there. So not too bad for these boys, but this battle for second and third is really starting to heat up. It has been for the last few laps. We're almost a third of the way through the race already. As he runs wide there, and Tobias looking to pounce, but he's going to be on the outside. Tries to get the power down.
Second and third have actually caught up to Kurt. He's actually gained about 0.2 of a second on him. So even while battling, these two are going faster than what the leader's putting out.
Yeah, it's amazing. Sometimes these battles slow you down, but seems like these two boys are going hammer and tong.
So again, you don't know what kind of racing Kurt's going to be doing. Maybe he's trying to save some tyres for a later battle. Maybe he's, you know, just got a slightly different setup.
Yeah, the pit stops will be interesting with the tyres. If you take tyres and even a splash of fuel, you're still up for at least a 16 to 18 second stop in your bay. So, it might, depending on how good they are with their tyres, it might not even be worth taking them and just having a splash of fuel. But it just all depends on your position on the racetrack as well.
Definitely, and Kurt's in the driving seat basically right now. He's clear air. He's got enough of a gap from the guys behind him that he doesn't have to worry too much. So he's really in the best spot to save as much as he can on both tyres and fuel.
Yeah, just having a look now at battle for 12th and 11th. Jamie Peters and Nils Jordan getting nice and close, coming into the last corner now. Nils is in a bit of a KRF sandwich there with Shane Best leading him, and Jamie really closing up in the back of his car now, looking to make up the incidents.
Yeah, maybe setting him up for either turn 1 or turn 2 here. He's really, really close.
Yeah, sticks the nose out, lets him know he's there, but pulls it in behind. Yeah,
Jamie
Jamie
just got a bit loose into the braking there for turn 1, and it put him down the inside of Nils, but he wasn't confident enough to make the pass.
Wow, that was a big moment there, and the acceleration just broke traction there halfway through.
Yeah, Jamie will have to watch out here. It's very easy to overheat these tyres, and once they're gone, it's very hard to actually get them back to a nice operating temperature. And once you start sliding, generally you just can't stop.
Yeah, it looks like he lost some time through there. Just that might be just pushing a little bit too hard on those tyres, just getting the temperature up a bit. He'll have to just back off. Oh, deep on the brakes. Oh, is he going to pull it up? He does, but Nils going to have a good run around the outside there, so...
Yeah, and Jamie's brake is glowing bright red then, just from the strain of trying to pull that car up. He did it in the end, but also great driving from Nils to give him room and actually notice that there was someone up there, and yeah, he was in trouble.
Yeah, he's spotted doing a good job there, just letting him know not to turn into that corner too tight.
And there you go, one lap later and still the same exact position as they were last lap.
And Jamie runs a little bit wide there coming into turn 1, but pulls it back in on turn 2, and looks like he's got a decent run out of there, but I don't think he'll be close enough for the next couple of corners. All the meantime, you've got Shane Best there just extending that gap to these two by about half a second. So or Jamie could have a run here. Coming into the tight chicane under the bridge. Although he didn't get a good run out of there, he was close, but just going to cut back to the leaders. Tobias is within 0.8 of a second. Lucino lost Garnett. He may have got a cut track. We didn't catch that on the broadcast, but he's dropped down to 5.8 seconds, 5.9. So something must happen there. As these two pull away now up front with Stenberg and Zerny.
Yeah, I'm just actually watching Clayton Brooks and Ian McPherson on my screen. I noticed that Clayton had actually dropped about 7 seconds off the leader. A couple laps ago, he's actually, cut the course at the last corner and slowed down. It's cost him a lot of time and a position, down to 6 for Clayton.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see with these Dayco drivers if there's any team orders with them running 1-2 at the moment. I'm sure Tobias won't hesitate to try and go around his teammate there, being that he's leading the championship.
It's still early in the race, so that's going to affect team orders there. They're not going to want to battle. If someone's faster, they may just, sidestep, give them enough room to go past. But I'm sure at the end of the day, they'll be racing each other as hard as they would anyone else on the track.
Sorry about that, folks. I just had a random screen just pop up in front of the broadcast there, so straight back to the action now.
Computers, mate, they always do things at the worst possible times.
That's it, right in the middle of the screen too, as we've got Tobias within 0.3 of a second there coming down the main straight. It's like Jamie and Nils still having a good battle down there. That battle's within 0.5 of a second as well, so it's a good little group happening there as we switch to them now to have a look.
Yeah, it looks like Jamie actually got a cut track, just heading onto the back straight, I think it was. No, maybe not.
No, he's right up his clacker now, coming into turn 1. Doesn't stick the nose out, decides to stay in behind him, maybe try the over and under coming out of the second turn as he runs a little bit deep there again. But this has allowed Heaton to get right up behind this group now and make it another 3-car battle.
Yeah, Jamie and Nils are actually swapping positions at the hairpin last lap. Jamie dived down the inside and ran wide in the corner.
Oh, someone into the fence in
Nils
front.
to just drive back in.
That was Shane Best there. He got it all loose coming out of that corner and hit the wall fairly hard, so he's going to hold this group up now. He must have some damage out of that.
Actually, Shane did a very good job to keep it in a straight line then and actually not spin it. Just run over the curb a bit much through the left-hander there. Just ran a bit wide and got near the wall and powered down on the curb, and it just spit him to the left.
Yeah, just having a look at the replay now on screen as he comes through the chicane. He kind of ran a little bit wide there and out near the wall, and he's just trying to get the power on too much and just couldn't save it. He's tagged it, might be okay. He didn't get too hard, but
oh, a little bit of contact between Shane and Nils there into the hairpin. Nils has actually got it pretty sideways getting onto the back straight, so I think he lost a bit of K's. So he lost his run basically into the last corner.
yeah, this group really heading up. It's got a 4-car train now, led by Shane. He's got a bit of a bent wing there, but it doesn't seem to be affecting his speed too much. There's a little bit of panel work to be done back in the KRF stables after this race, that's for sure.
Yeah, for the next lap or so, he'll be really assessing what the car's like and seeing if he can actually cope with it, or he might have to come pit in early.
I'm just going to go back to the leaders now. Looks like Tobias is right in close to the back of Stenberg's car. Battle's going on everywhere here. We have a look from the chopper cam as we follow these guys around for a lap. We might jump on board with Tobias and see the kind of lines he's taking.
Tobias has actually got in front of Kurt now. So there you go, new leader to the race.
Yeah, we'll just have to bring that one up on replay. I was in the front of Tobias's nose there when he did it. It seems like my cameras are playing up, so we'll just go back live. And it looks like joining us in the commentary box is Brenton O'Brien, KRF driver. He's unfortunately out of the race. Can you tell us what happened, mate?
Yeah, to start with, mate, I got tagged in the rear quarter by Dale. A completely unrealistic passing area, but it's his beef. And then later on, so I obviously had to pit for that, and obviously later on I made my own air or drive myself. So it's just so slippery out there. It's so much different than it was last season.
Yeah, I think the current weather conditions are playing a bit of part in that. Bit of cloud, not as hot a temperature on the track there, only at about 48 degrees we saw before, so could be playing a bit of part in it. The tyres not getting up the temperature enough.
Yeah, exactly right, and with the breeze as well. But yeah, there's a good battle going on for the lead at the moment. I know Tobias must have had an issue, so for him to come back, it looks like he's doing a good job.
Yeah, he got a cut track earlier on in the race, and there's now worked his way back up into the lead with a nice move on Kurt Stenberg. So these two battling it out. There's a few good mid-pack battles going on. So
Yeah, well, the Dayco teammates 1 and 2, and probably cashing in whilst there seems to be less ANZ runners. I would imagine they're all, well, not all of them, but a few of them at the Clipsal today.
yeah, we're mentioning to the viewers before that a few of them are out and about. So it's giving these other boys a good chance. Although Tobias is always up there as usual, leading the championship at the moment. So.
Yeah, well, that's right. See, there's a bit of damage to Jamie's car. He's obviously had a bit of an incident too, but he seems to be running okay. Although he's just had a slowdown, I believe.
Yeah, that'll be his second or third of the race at the moment, so maybe he's just getting out of his rhythm and just losing time.
Yeah, he's just been passed by Brian, so Brian's running quite well. I've got to apologise to Brian. I did tap him at the back going into the hairpin, but my car had some pretty bad damage, so I do apologise.
Back to the nature of the track being so slippery, it's another one of those weird tracks. There's very few of them on the calendar. It's one of those tracks that it's very level throughout the entirety of the track. There's a couple hills coming out of turn 2, and then you go back down on the other side out of 4, but it's, apart from that, it's a very flat and level track, and it always seems to be those ones that causes stability problems.
Sorry guys, we just had an accident there at the hairpin. Looks like the group that Jamie was in. I'm just going back to catch that on replay now. Comes up, looks like Jamie ran wide and then I can't see that was one of the Blue Flag Racing drivers has tagged someone after he spun, so it might have been Brian and Jamie Eaton had a bit of a get together there, so unfortunately those two have lost some time, and the big winner of that was Mr. Peters. He's got through nice and clean in front of him, so that little battle pack now is spread right out.
And with the fast tow that they all get, yeah, that damage won't be a problem for Jamie should he pit. Probably expect that you get 22 laps of fuel tops out of these. You might be able to stretch at 23, but I would expect most cars to come in probably between lap 15 and lap 18, I would say.
Just to clarify in that incident as well, it was actually Arnulf Kohler that ran into Brian in there. Jamie Eaton is still in front of this pack where the incident happened.
No worries, thanks for clearing that up. As I said, I've got no on-screen display at the moment when I go through the replays, so I'm still learning all the liveries there. So these two Powerbomb cars really pulling away now from Mark Warmington, who's running in third. They've got about a 15-second gap on him, so that'll be a handy gap for when they pit. And we'll just have to see when Tobias comes in. As I've said before, he's got fairly good strategy, so it'll be interesting to see if his teammate follows him in here or just stays out for an extra couple of laps. Maybe even might do the undercut.
And actually Mark Warmington is now up to third, so he's got past Garnett, so maybe Garnett's struggling with his car now.
Yeah, just having a look now at Mr. Dean Prescott. Oh, as the car goes off in front of him. Didn't see who that was. Blue Flag Racing coming out in front of Dean there.
Yeah,
Good
we
spin.
Chung. Yeah, just went straight ahead through and didn't quite collect it on the end of it.
Oh, Dean would have been on the edge of his seat there, definitely. He told me not to watch him tonight, but I thought we might have a quick look. He's running out in 5th at the moment, so he's doing a good job. He's about 29 seconds off the leaders. Got some fresh track, just has to keep in his rhythm and drive the car and see how he goes. So we'll be due for a pit stop soon along with the other cars, but Definitely the clear air will be helping him at the moment, just to ease the tension a bit. There's a car in the pits as well.
Yeah, Dean's got a car 10 seconds either side of him at the moment, so a nice comfortable position where he doesn't have to push and he can just keep his own pace and manage his way to the finish.
We see that Clayton's left us as well, car number 45 for some reason.
Yeah, we've also had another retirement. Looks like Lance Perkins is off the track at the moment. He's in the pits, so don't know if that was a pit stop or might have had a bit of damage, but he was running 14th at the time, slowly dropping positions.
Well, that's not good because he's my teammate.
Yeah, he's just gone on my timing screen, he's off the screen and he's sitting in his pit box, so.
Yeah, just going through the hairpin now, we've got Garnett right on the back of Warmington, so the battle for third's really starting to heat up now after Garnett had dropped back a little bit after, a couple laps ago.
Yeah, Lance has just lost it at the hairpin. I didn't hit anything, but I think just to get out of the way of everybody, he's pressed the tow button. It was very sporting.
Oh, as
It's
Warmington
gonna cost
looks
him
like
big
he
time,
pits.
Yeah, sometimes just using that tow button is a safer method rather than mucking up anyone else's race, especially if you're in a pack of people.
There's a few cars in the pits at the moment there, and who have made their stops. Looks like Wei Chan has made a stop, Brian Monger has made a stop, and we've also got Kurt Stenberg and Mark Warmington in the pits. So second, or what was second and third, it's now in the pit lane. Just got our eyes on
There you go.
Warmington here.
Maybe Kurt's going for the undercut in Tobias, just to see when Tobias will come into the pits and see whether that affects his track position or not.
Yeah, Kurt with a 23-second stop compared to Mark Warmington. He's at a 28.5, so taking a lot more fuel there, or maybe he took more tyres instead of two, not sure. Also Jamie Eaton into the lane, and Arnav Kaur in the lane as well from 11th and 12th.
And your race leader's in pit lane as well.
Just watching Tobias now, we'll keep an eye on his stop and see where he pops back out here.
Yeah, Kurt will be really pushing the car now, just trying to get as much as he can out of this outlap. As Garnett now takes the lead, as he still has not stopped.
Tobias with a 21.9 stop. And Kurt Stenberg is still behind. Looks like he'll get out in front of him. And he does. He's got about a 4 second, about 4 seconds on him at the moment, so.
So a very nice pit stop and in lap for Tobias then. Kurt will gain a little bit as his tyres will be a bit warmer, but that 4 second lead it's not going to evaporate too much.
And Ian McPherson and Isaac in the pits at the moment also. Still a fair few drivers, we've got about 5 drivers out there that haven't made a pit stop yet.
Yeah, Isaac's been doing an excellent job and he has been doing so for the last few weeks. He's certainly been a massive improver lately.
Yeah, the field very spread out these pit stops now. Just settling the field a bit, everyone shuffling into a bit of a rhythm and a few gaps forming.
You see Brian Munger's coming back into the pit, so I'd say he's got a problem as well.
Yeah, just having a look at Nils Jordan here, chasing down Shane Bess with he's in another KRF sandwich again. Looks like Shane
Just
Bess
got
into
Garnett
the pits.
and Prescott. Just got Garnett and Prescott in first and second to cycle through the pits, and that'll let loose Tobias and Kurt back into first and second of the race.
Yeah, it looks like Jamie just got another cut track on that last chicane, so he's not having a very good run tonight through that section. Just testing the officials a little bit too much. We'll just wait for these current pit stops to cycle through, and we'll run you through the top 10. Just having a look at Dean now as he pits right on cue, and that'll release Tobias back out into first. Although Garnett's still yet to pit, but we would expect him in being lap 22. He should come in now as Tobias just goes past Dean there.
Well, that's as bad as much as his fuel would take him to lap 22, so he'd be running pretty dry.
Yeah, just having a look at Garnett now as he comes around. He's just about to come down to the hairpin here, following Shane Bess.
Yeah, Tobias actually just ran a little bit wide on turn 6 there, just got a bit crossed up going into the braking zone, and yeah, just missed the apex of the corner.
Also, just looking at my timing, looks like Nils Jordan hasn't pitted yet, and he's up in 5th, so that'll drop him down a bit. But he'll be the last one to pit as Garnett comes in now to pretty much cleanse the field.
Tobias has just gone across the start finish line, so I would say Tobias is coming well and truly in the lead again.
Yeah, just having a little bit further back in the pack. Looks like Nils there, the only one that hasn't pitted. He's just running behind Dean Prescott at the moment, but surely he's got to come in this lap. He's lap 23 now. Yep, and sure enough, again, right on cue, into the pit lane. Got to watch the speed here. It's a very fast entry, pretty much straight in. And you do not want to get a black flag for speeding in the pits.
As Arnulf goes straight through turn 8 and 9 on the grass, had to slow down and give that time back.
Just having a look now at Arnott. Yeah, he just outbroke himself there by looking up the cut track. And back to live pictures now. Looks like he's recovered alright and Just trying to get back into the rhythm as he nearly gets another cut track here on the last chicane.
I think it did cost him a spot though, because he's dropped down to 12th and Lance has moved up to 11th because of that.
Yeah, Lance just held his line and went right round, drove around him pretty much. The gap up front now, Tobias with a healthy lead of 7.4 seconds, and back to Stenberg, and then Garnett is another 25 seconds off the pace, so fairly large gap now once those pit stops came into it. Field very spread out.
Stenberg does a very good job though, very consistent and stays out of trouble. He's damn quick. Seems to be quite underestimated. You don't hear his name mentioned that often, but he always gets a good result.
Yeah, well, he's currently running second, so in the championship, so it definitely shows that consistent finishes in this series can really help you out. If positions stay the way they are at the moment, you'll still have Tobias in leading the championship, and Kurt will hold second position as well.
Oh, Shane Best there going straight through the final turn there, who's right on the back of Isaac, really closing in that gap and putting some pressure on him, and he just slips up himself.
Yeah, just on the replay now as he comes in. Oh, it just looks like he may have locked the rears a bit there and just went straight on over the curbing. And back to live pictures. Apologise for the overlays, guys. The replay little fancy thing isn't working, so hopefully it's not getting too confusing for our viewers as I flick back to replays and back to normal. Just looking here, there's a fair few gaps. It looks like Nils and Jamie Peters are having a nice little battle at the moment. They've been going all race, these two.
The whole race.
Oh, Jamie right up close there, at the back of his gearbox. Jump on board and we'll see how much of a gap Jamie closes up under brakes here coming into the final chicane.
Yeah, that's the third time I've seen tonight Jamie do that really close to Nils in that corner. It could be just a different braking strategy, because Jamie seems to go deep under the brakes and run wide at first and then hit the apex on the way out of the corner, whereas Nils seems to run around the apex all the way and get a wide exit.
Yeah, as we just jump on board for a lap now with Jamie and just see how much pressure he can put on Nils here and see if he might get a move done as they come through turn 2, up through the gears. And hard braking, you can take a little bit of curb here, but again you don't want to take too much. The officials with their eagle eyes out there ready to give you a cut track. Oh, it's Nils, brake checks Jamie and he's into the wall. Oh, he's going to hate me for bloody commentator's curse, but Nils there just brake checking halfway through the corner. Just go back and have a look at replay here as they come through the right hand sweeper. He just brake checks him and Jamie pulls left to avoid and runs it into the wall hard.
That's going to take a lot of repairs too. I think he's already had a fast day, so it's going to hurt a lot here.
Yeah, unfortunately for Jamie, doing all he could to avoid Nils there, and collected the wall instead.
Yeah, well, my first run in the commentary box and managed to get a commentator's curse, and it's on my own teammates. So hopefully he doesn't watch this back.
Well, he seems to be staying out there, so maybe it's not as bad as we think.
Yeah, it looks like Shane Best might have gone back into the pits there again. I'm not sure, I didn't see it. It was definitely one of the KRF drivers there just pulling out. Might have been Brenton O'Brien actually. No, I was
No,
correct. It was Shane
I think
Best.
so.
Let's go back. Bit of a battle here between Redback Racing, Nils again, Jamie, and also Lance has joined the party.
I just went back and had a look at Shane. I can't see the reason why he went into the pits. There was no contact with the wall, no spins or anything. I don't know if he had a mistake with his last pit stop. But yeah, no damage that I can see.
Yeah, possibly may have not put enough fuel in, but it's very easy to do every now and then. You want to get out of the pits as quickly as you can, and you might accidentally press them to stop filling the fuel a bit too early.
We guys blocked the road completely on the back of the track on the back straight there, so he's hopefully going to get moving soon.
So this battle we're just watching now between Nils, Jamie, and Lance is coming up to that section now. Jamie right up the backside of Nils at the moment.
Yeah, Jamie's definitely got the better confidence going into the brakes. He's braking a lot later than Nils, and he's struggling to pull it up, but he's still gaining ground. Dive into turn 6 for Jamie, and he makes the move stick.
Yeah, that was good work there by Jamie. It's nice and clean. The car's been a bit beat up today, but the mechanics seem to have done a good job repairing it in his first pit stop. So this battle still continues, but they're still quite close. And with 10 laps to go now, we'll just run through the top 10. So we've got Tobias Cerny leading, Kurt Stenberg second, LJ Garrett in third, Mark Warmington in fourth, Dean Prescott in fifth, Ian McPherson in sixth, Isaac Figueredo in seventh, Nils Jordan, Jamie Peters in eighth, Jordan in ninth, and Lance Perkins in 10th.
And Kurt, our second place man, he's just catching up to this tail end group of 3 here, so they'll hopefully wave him by soon, and be interesting to see if it causes any change in positions or any change to the battle. Just as Lance makes an error and just gets it on the grass there, just outbrakes himself.
Yeah, Tobias there taking a lot of curb on that last chicane, but looks like he avoided the off track. There's we got there Stenberg just negotiates some lap traffic. 8 laps remaining now. And Tobias with a fairly comfortable lead out to 13 seconds. And Tobias also catching a bit of lap traffic here. And
Yeah,
moves
all the
out of
groups
way.
seem to have separated now. It's now back to the stage of just cars getting lapped. There's no close battles at the moment on track.
Yeah, just everyone going through their ribbon, making sure they're finish this race cleanly with only 8 laps to go. So taking the car through the paces and making sure not to do anything too silly with the walls being quite close in proximity. So we'll just jump on board with our leader here and go for a lap.
Read my mind, Luke.
Yeah, it's always a good time, and he's just coming through the sweeping right-hander before the first of the open chicanes. Got a nice run out of there. Now coming into the first of the tighter ones. You don't want to take any curve here. Oh, big understeer under brakes. And a bit of a slide out. His tyres must be screaming. He might have only taken rears. Big downshift to pull it up for the hairpin.
Yeah, see the wheel there in complete lock, trying to get it around that corner.
Into the hardest braking zone on the track after this big long straight, pretty much back down into second or third gear. Take as much curve as you can, 2 wheels, oh big bounce, nearly hits the wall of champion, and out onto the main straight to complete the lap with 6 laps remaining. Alright, so we'll take this opportunity while there's not much going on battle-wise, just to thank our sponsors again. As I say that, we just cut to a 3-car battle here. Back in mid-pack again, it's Nils, Lance and Jamie in the mix. And I'll quickly run through the sponsors again. So let's say thanks to GT Amiga Racing for all your sim racing gear needs. And Leo Bodnar for all your mods for your pedals, etc. And also to Sim Garage. And lastly but not least, you can follow us on Twitter and on our Facebook. We'll just stay on this battle here between the 3 boys that have been going all race.
Luke, do we have anything to say about the race that's running early tomorrow morning?
Yeah, we've got the 2.4 hour of Spa for the Cancer Research UK. I'll be running in that one. Every car's made at least a $10 donation to the charity, and it should be an excellent enduro. We've got GT3 cars, we've got the rough track, I believe it is, and also the MP4 McLaren. So some pretty fast times being set there, but 2.4 hours around Spa tomorrow morning at 6 AM for us Aussie boys is going to be a bit of a hard task. I might have to have an early night after this broadcast.
That's what I'm thinking myself. I'm tossing up whether to have an early night or actually do some laps around Spa rather than do laps tomorrow morning.
Yeah, you definitely won't catch me up at 3 AM at the start of the practice session that goes for a couple of hours. So I'll be getting up at the latest to start qualifying that I can, which is about 6:15, 6:30 Australian Eastern Daylight Savings Time. It should be a great race if we can hang in there, but possibly there might be a few of us Aussies falling asleep at the wheel. So as Nils gets out of the way.
It'd be interesting for our Aussie blokes just to see if the tiredness actually will cause any mistakes from us.
Yeah, I make mistakes even when I'm wide awake, so I'm sure there won't be a drama.
Yeah, hats off to all the guys that have thrown this thing together. Great cause, supporting cancer research in the UK. And yeah, again, all the entrants have made a minimum donation towards it, and there's also other, people that have just made donations. Last time I counted, it was approaching the £1,000 mark. I'm not sure what it is at now, but just such a great cause. Hats off to the boys.
Yeah, it's really well done, and they actually have quite a large field. I think they've nearly got a full grid at Spa, which is about 45 cars, I think. So should be a lot of action right through the field. I mean, a lot of the boys are showing very close times, so definitely be a good one to be involved in, and also for a good cause. So
I could be wrong, but I believe that's being streamed as well, and ACs could be handling the commentation then.
Yep, certainly is. Yep, no doubt at all. It's getting streamed, so it should be some good viewing.
yeah, so for our Australian viewers, if you want to get up, I believe the race starts at about 6:30. So if you're an insomniac or you're out at the Mardi Gras possibly tonight and you get home late, well, you can always switch on and watch a bit of action around Spa. Just watching Tobias now with 4 laps remaining. Pretty nice lead. He's out to 16.5 seconds. Looks like Garnett might have just backed it off a bit just to be happy with second place, and also Mark Wellington's about 20 seconds behind him. So just everyone seems pretty content with their positions and just running around completing the laps.
Yeah, only the 6 cars on the lead lap at the moment.
I think a special mention's got to go to Dean. He doesn't drive the V8 at all. I know exactly which setup he's running, and he's doing an outstanding job there in 5th place. It's a great effort.
Yes, I was told by Mr. Prescott I wasn't allowed to watch him tonight, but we've managed to get him on camera a few times, so now that he's got a mention, I'll throw him on for this last half a lap.
Yeah, why not? Yeah, have a lap with him. He's definitely driven well. He's slightly caught up to Mark in front of him. He's just closed that gap slightly. And yeah, it's always a big stint between drives for this thing for Dean, but he always has a ball when he drives it.
Yeah, now I had a request by someone on the forums to use Gyrocam for one of these laps, so we'll just see how this goes as it bounces over these last couple of corners, and you'll see the camera, as he gives us a nice 2-wheel over there. We'll stay on track with him for this lap. It's a fairly flat circuit, as you'll see, but when he hits those bumps, the camera will get a bit of angle. So
I'll tell you what, in the meantime though, there is a great little battle happening for 8th, 9th and 10th with Jamie, Nils and Lance.
we'll cut to that battle now. We'll leave Mr. Prescott as he gives us a nice little slide at the end of the thing there.
He knows the camera's on him, he's showing off.
Yeah, that's it. We'll just cut to Jamie now, and Nils as well. Lance Perkins following close behind. He's bringing up the tail of that little battle pack. there's not a lot in it. With only 3 laps remaining, they're going to have to make a move soon if they're going to get that extra spot. And Tobias leads still at about 17 seconds. Garnett in third, about 30 seconds off the pace, and Mark Warmington about 20 seconds behind Garnett. So Mr. Prescott still holding fifth, Ian McPherson in sixth, Isaac in seventh, Jamie Peters in eighth, Neil Jordan in ninth, and Lance Perkins rounding out the top 10 with 2 laps remaining. So we might just stick with this battle here for the last lap, and once our leader crosses the finish line, we shall switch on to him for his last lap.
Oh, Lance tried to put the power on a little bit early and just got him all crossed up.
Yeah, just looking out the back of Nils' car now as tries to close in or keep this gap.
Yeah, I think Lance knows that if he's going to make a move, he needs to do it now, and that's what caused that little mistake from him.
Yeah, he's just not close enough. He might get a little bit of draft here, but it looks like he's too far off it now. But see what happens in the last lap as we'll cut back to Tobias now. He's on his last lap. He's had a good race today. He's kept the car straight, and I think the pit stop gave him a lot of advantage. I mean, his pit stop was pretty much 2 seconds quicker than any of the other front runners there, so that helped him out a lot. And with that early cut track, he's just so consistent. He was able to claw back that time quite easily. Come out now for the final time through the right-handed hairpin, coming onto the back straight. Plenty of clear track in front of him. Oh, and he went a little bit deep under brakes there. Coming now into the final chicane for the last time. Got about a 20-second lead. 19 seconds, so very comfortable win. Throws it off the last 2 corners, big slide out last corner. And Tobias Ernie will win
Congratulations to Tobias.
round 5 of the ARL Season 7 TV Championships at Circuit Villeneuve. A great race there, congratulations to him. And Kurt Stanberg just coming through the final 2 corners as well, nice 2-wheel action. Come through for a great consistent drive for second. Looks like Garnett here. All these boys, nice little battle at the start of the race, but once those pit stops started to come around, just spread the field out a fair bit there. Let's go back to that battle with Jamie, and that looks like he's already finished, so the other 2 boys, nice close finish there as well. They just had a great battle. Looks like Nils got Lance got Nils there on the last lap, so managed to get the move done.
And I gotta admit, I went back out for a few laps, picked up 4 spots for just plucking off those who weren't able to finish, so I'm happy with that.
Oh, well done. I didn't even know you were back out there.
No, I was just driving around, just getting out of everyone's way. I saw that there was a few people had left or had drama, so might as well pick up some spots when you can.
Just watching a replay now, Lance, what a move past Nils, the final corner, goes around the outside and makes it stick.
Yeah, just having a look now. Yeah, just having a look at Nils' run now. And just coming up the back straight, just on the replay. Watch this move into the final corner.
Oh yeah, very well done.
Oh, he showed him outside. He's gone the long way around there too. Outbroke him. And a very clean pass. That's very hard to do that down there, I'll tell you that much. But he had the speed, that draft helped him a lot. And it was a good close finish too.
Alright gentlemen, I'm going to chuff for a little bit. I've got to come back and do the Asian GT Championship shortly. So I'm just going to duck off, but good job with the commentating tonight, boys, and no doubt there might be a few interviews.
Yeah, no worries, mate. Thanks a lot for dropping into the box after your earlier incident, and still got 14, so that was alright.
Yeah, picked up a few cheap points at the end, but too easy. Alright, I'll catch yous.
See you, mate. Yeah, Brenton O'Brien there, dropping in to say hello for the half the race there. He's doing the commentary, as he said, for the Asian GT Championship. After this being broadcast, I believe. But I won't be in there for that one. As I said, I'm going to get an early night for the Spa tomorrow morning.
Sorry about the laugh there. Dean and I don't know who else it was, they just went full pelt straight through the final turn and on their sides and against the wall.
Now it looks like we don't have a lot of people on the TeamSpeak channel at the moment, so I'll just run through the results. I'll see if I can get them back up again. It wasn't working before. And it still doesn't want to work. So anyway, we'll go through them manually. So we have Tobias Ernie winning in first, Kurt Stenberg in second, Jay Garnett in third, Mark Morganton in fourth, Dean Prescott in fifth, Ian McPherson in sixth, eighth, Shane Betts in 11th, in 13th, in 15th.
Right, Luke, are we going to get some interviews underway? We've got 3 people, it looks so far, in the interview channel.
Yeah, I just can't drag them up. I don't have the permission, so I'm just messaging them now to see if they can jump up. I know Mr. Prescott's probably got permissions to jump in, so.
Yeah, he told me I could now move people, but I cannot.
Yeah, that's going to be a bit of a drama, I think. Oh, here we go, and joining us now is Dean Prescott. How was the race, mate?
Ah, wow. Was not expecting to finish where I did. Interesting race. Just pretty much just got myself out of trouble, really, and just kept going from there on.
Yeah, you had a good consistent run there and kept yourself out of trouble. Had a nice bit of open track for most of that race as well. So, and how did you find the pit stops and the tyres on that one? We've heard the track is a bit more less grippy this time, so could have been something to do with the weather.
Yeah, I definitely needed those tyres at the pit stop. Otherwise, I was just going straight on into the barriers. In fact, I actually pitted a lap early just to take the extra tyres. it was that bad.
Yeah, that's no good. Yeah, we've had a few people saying about the grip levels this time are a bit different. So yeah, anyway, that was a good finish, and looking forward to next week, I'm sure.
Yeah, I'm not sure where we are next week, but yeah, it should be a good one. See if we can drag LJ up again. He's been a big help to me actually this week. Just forcing me to, well, not so much forcing me, but pushing me to actually race. And also thanks to Brenton for lending me a setup just before the race.
Yeah, so he came up and had a bit of a commentate before and said he knew what setup you were running. So
Yeah, it was a good setup actually, but the one that he gave me at first, the rear end was just a bit too snappy. So I softened the rear end and was pretty much flying from there.
Yeah, doing some very nice times there throughout the stint. I mean, most of the time you were by yourself. Notice at the end of the race you were giving it a bit taily every now and then. Just the tyres wearing off.
Oh, definitely just the tyres wearing off. I was messing around with the arbs pretty much those last 10 minutes, just trying to get it right and just also trying to chase Mark down. But Mark, to be fair, just maintained that gap. I knew he was slightly quicker than me, but I knew if I had to push, I had to push.
yeah, no dramas, mate. Well, thanks for jumping up for an interview, and well done with the 5th place. That'll be some good points for you. And we hope to see you again next week for the next round, as soon as I find out where it is.
Yeah, cheers guys, and also thanks for jumping in doing this last minute. On to you, Brett, as well.
Yeah, not a problem, Dean. And just to let you know, you were featured a little bit in the broadcast as well. I know you said you didn't want to, but it happened.
Oh well, at least the commentator's curse didn't kick in this time.
We tried,
Cheers.
mate.
No, I reserve
bet
that
you
for my
did.
own. Reserve that for my own teammate. I actually put Jamie off, and he went into a wall. So you missed out.
Cheers, guys.
All right, mate. Have a good one. I think we might drag our race winner up, Tobias, if you can, Brett. I think you might be able to.
Not a problem.
And joining us now in the commentary box is our race winner, Tobias Zerny. Tobias, well done, mate. That was an excellent race. Once again, proved that consistent driving, even after a cut track, and you managed to pull the time back and race by a fair margin, almost 20 seconds. So, good job.
Yeah, hello guys. Unfortunately, I didn't understood your second part of the question, but I mean, very good result for us, for me and Stenny. Unfortunately, I don't know where Jake was. I knew that Jamie wouldn't be racing, but yeah, with the absence of the ANZ cars, a bit unlucky. So not much to battle with. I had a battle with LJ. But it was really difficult to estimate where his car is because of the connection. Has been a while since I've been battling with another European driver on the Australian server, and that's why I think we also made contact. So it was really difficult for me, and I guess for him as well. But in the end, awesome result for us. Also nice that that Dean and LJ showed up, and pretty good result for them as well. So awesome race. I love Montreal. Have been awesome.
Yeah, it's good as a Powerbomb 1-2 there, so it'll extend your team championship as well as your own lead in the championship up. Both you and Kurt are both running first and second in the individual championship, and also Powerbomb is now a streak ahead of ANZ, mainly because they didn't have any drivers. As you say, it was a great result. You guys a bit of an extra edge.
Luke, you faded away at the end there.
Yeah, but it's very great to have a second win this season. I hope that Jared and Lee will come back and also have their minimum of 8 rounds, so that we have a complete championship. As well as Trevor being back next week at Bathurst. Can't wait to see all the guys back at Bathurst and have a great race there.
Yeah, Bathurst always a good track to get these V8s around, as we know in Australia. So should be a good race. Anyway, congratulations on your win and extending your lead in the. And we look forward to.
That's really funny. I can't- as if he's going away like while talking. Yeah. Thank you for all your effort that you guys did with the broadcasting and commentating. Really good while Alex isn't here. That we have some guys stepping in and do the reserve. So I really appreciate it.
No worries, mate. I'm holding the microphone a bit closer to my mouth. Is that a bit better?
Yeah, maybe you should do shorter sentences so that it restarts every time. I don't know.
All right, man. I just said congratulations on the win and also the team championship.
You gone again, Luke.
Might be question or I don't know.
Well done.
Thank you.
All right, boy. We'll catch you later, Tobias.
Yeah.
Nothing my phone. It must be my connection for it. And
We want to get our second place, man.
yeah, we'll get Mr. Warmington up for the last interview of the evening, and we'll see.
Did you want Kurt or Kurt in second or Mark?
Oh, sorry, Kurt. Yeah, we'll get Kurt up. I'll let you ask the questions.
Hello, Kurt. Good racing tonight. Second place. How was it like out there?
Yeah, it was pretty good. It was good to lead some laps there at the start, but I knew once Tobias got past LJ, he'd come back at me, and yeah, I just let him go, and yeah, come home for the 1-2.
Yeah, it must have been pretty nice there. You were sitting in third, and LJ and Tobias had a little bit of coming together, and you must have thought you won the lottery or something.
Yeah, I did, but I knew Tobias was having some trouble getting past him with the double ping. So,
Yeah, it's always the case, mate. So after your pit stop, were you just trying to conserve, knowing that you couldn't catch up or keep up with Tobias, and just trying to hold that second? What was going on?
yeah, just trying to conserve. I knew I didn't have Tobias's pace, so it was, yeah, just conserve, make sure you don't crash it, even though I almost did a couple of times there, but it's all good.
Yeah, well, it was very good racing anyway. I mean, second place, it's no small feat, and you 1-2 for Powerbond Racing, which, you know, great effort. Extend your lead in the team championship, and, you know, also secure your place in second in the drivers' championship currently.
Yep, that's yeah. It's awesome for the points to come 1-2 tonight for the teams champ and for the drivers champ. I don't know where A and Z are though, so. Okay. Hopefully they'll be back next week.
Yeah, they won't want to miss Bathurst.
No. Yeah, catch you next week at Bathurst.
Hey, Luke. Thanks. Wow, you sound like a Dalek. Yeah, that just sounded like you started walking away from me. Oh, that's going to be funny. Love it. Yeah, my connection to the server was bad this morning. I think I blinked out 2 or 3 times, and then I could see, I think Aaron blinked, and yeah, it was just a bit scary.
Yeah. So, how do you think your race went today? You had another consistent race.
It went much better than I was expecting, but Tobias, Kurt, and I were just talking about whether or not the track was slower today than in the official series, and we can't decide because through the race I thought, yeah, I'm running off my pace, and my qualifying lap I thought should have been half a second, 6/10 faster. So when I actually started on fourth, I thought, no, that can't be right. And then from there on in, it was just okay. Just lap consistently and drive heads up, drive with my head rather than my right foot. So when I came across LJ and Tobias with their slowdown, I thought, yeah, I can get them both, and then thought better of it. Thought there's no point trying to stay in front of them, I'll just crash. So let Tobias go, and I think that meant he ended up winning the race anyway. So absolutely ecstatic with fourth. Didn't expect that at all.
Yeah, well, that's a few good results in a row now for you, nice and consistent. So racking up the points there, definitely. You're running fourth in the championship at the moment. Once we have the revised point system, you should be around the same area.
I'm not sure what you just said, but I'm going to guess that you just said something like, I heard the word consistent, so I think you were talking about consistent finishes. I am really surprised with my finishes, and then I remind myself, half of ANZ weren't here today. No, half of them, at least 8 of them weren't here today, so I probably would have finished at the back of the top 10 if they turned up.
Yeah,
I
indeed.
think what Luke was saying there that you were fourth in the championship, and by the time that drop rounds take into effect, you should hopefully move up. But being the ANZ drivers weren't there, I mean, obviously you've got a good result today, but you take the points when you can get them.
Oh, definitely. My approach so far this season has been make hay whilst the sun's shining, and like you said, see if I can bag as many points as are available without leaving them on the table. I don't mind getting beaten or outraced, but if I do something stupid, like grenade the engine like I did last season and throw away points, then that's my fault. So yeah, the guys will come back, they'll start picking up points, but I'm just hoping that when we start getting the drop rounds, that I'll benefit from picking up some points whilst they weren't here.
Definitely, if you stay around the top 5 while these ANZ boys are away, you're going to pick up a ton of points.
Yeah, maybe I need to make Trevor sick again. I don't know how I'm going to do that, but him being off of the flu's been a bit, of a beneficial moment for me.
All right, mate. Thanks for
All right,
that.
Mark. Well, great driving tonight. Congratulations with 4th position. Any last words you'd like to say for the broadcast?
Yep, congrats to my teammates as well, making it to the end. And again, thanks to Kimmy's Rural Fences. We are trying to paint the cars, so we will look to get some sponsorship decals on the cars for the next race.
Yeah, might have to have a word to Mr. Prescott.
Yeah, I thought he was going to get me, so I'm glad that he took pity on me and settled for 5th.
Yeah, he was saying before that he was just going to maintain that gap, and if he, had a sniff that you were struggling, then he was going to push, but otherwise he was happy with 5th.
Yeah, it wasn't worth losing a top 5 over pride. So no, I just tried to take it easy as well. And congrats for you and you and Luke's first broadcast. I can't wait to see this back. It'll be a little bit different, so I'm hoping to have a few laughs.
Yeah, it's going to take about 4 hours to upload, so we'll see how we go.
Oh, I've been there. 4 hours to upload, and then it doesn't upload successfully right in the 11th hour. Makes you have to start all over again.
Yeah, it's 1.3 gig at the moment, so we'll see how we go.
Well, thanks again, lads. I'll let you talk to somebody else that's a little bit more interesting.
You're all right, mate.
All right. Thanks, Mark. Congratulations.
Cheers, guys.
All right, and that'll conclude our live broadcast from round 5 of season 7 of the ARL TV Championship. I'm Luke Emerton. Brett, so thank you for keeping me company in the past, and hopefully it turns
Hello?
Did you hear anything I just said?
I heard KRF Championship.
Oh, okay. Alright, it must be the mic cutting out. Anyway, thanks again for watching, and we'll see you all next week at Bathurst.
See you guys.